Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I will be giving some basic information on the cello. This is if you don't know anything about it, if you want to start learning. These are just some basic things to know. I will be talking about how the cello actually works, the mechanics of it. I will also be talking about tuning and posture, how to hold the instrument, and at the end I will finish out by teaching you how to play a C major scale. So basically how everything works is that the bow grips the string, and as it pulls, it causes the string to vibrate. The vibrations travel throughout the cello, and the cello serves as a big box for resonation. The resonation is projected outward, and that is how you get your sound. So let me just describe the instrument and the parts of it, the names, all of that. This is the frog of the bow, this is the tip of the bow, this is the bow hair. It's very important that you loosen the bow hair after playing. You loosen it by turning counterclockwise. By turning clockwise, you tighten it. Always make sure it's tightened before you play. How you know when it's too tight, not too tight? I always tell my students, if you stick your pinky through the middle, it fits like that. This is the fingerboard. This black part is the fingerboard, because it is where our fingers go. These are the strings. Here are our pegs. We turn the pegs either way to adjust the pitch of the strings. This is the scroll, peg box, and then of course this is the bridge, and these are the F-holes, which let the sound out. When the sound resonates in the body of the instrument, these are what let the sound out. These are your fine tuners. Fine tuners are for if your string is slightly out of tune and you want to make a very fine adjustment. And at the end we have our end pin, which can be a very dangerous weapon. I have stabbed myself in the foot numerous times. Basically, this just helps keep the instrument propped up while we're holding it. So let's talk about posture. Basically, we want to be centered in our chair. I like sitting towards the front of the chair. Some people sit in the middle, towards the back. I like sitting in the front. And they say this peg should go directly behind this ear. And what a lot of beginner students tend to do is when they're learning, they lean out like this and look at their fingers. We want to avoid that. The goal is to keep it straight like this and very relaxed but upright. Some people teach to have the cello pointing straight out like this. I prefer to tilt it like this, which is also another method. But always the corners right here, this corner should always go right in the middle of your knee on the inside. And then this curve right here, your knee goes right there. So on this side, corner goes into the knee. On this side, the curve fits the knee. Now when I'm teaching beginner cellists, I usually have them start out like this. We never start with the bow, just like this. I have my beginner students hug the cello like this, give it a nice big bear hug, and then when they come out like this, they're all set. What we don't want to do is have the arm too low or too high. Basically, we just want to keep our wrist nice and straight. And this arm relaxes, looks something like this. Now the hands are always curved. They should look identical, just like on the piano. They're always like this, whether you're holding the bow, playing here. Now I will show the bow hold, in case you're interested. The thumb must always stay bent. It's very easy to let the thumb slip through the bow like this. That's not good. What we want to do is put the thumb right in that little corner right there. And then our pinky goes on the dot. Now let's talk about tuning. The cello strings are tuned a fifth apart. Now when we're tuning, we usually play two strings together. So first of all, we of course make sure that the A string is in tune, but then we play A and D together. D is a little bit low. can tell if they're out of tune by the wub-wubs, is what we call them. It's barely noticeable, but you can hear this like pulsing beat in the frequency. But if they're in tune, they will actually complement each other and ring beautifully. So, those are in tune. And you can check all of your strings just like that. Now, if your strings are out of tune, and if they're drastically out of tune, we of course fix them with the pegs. So this peg tunes the A string, this peg tunes the D string, this peg tunes the G string, and this one tunes the C string. If we want the pitch to go lower, we twist the peg this way, forwards. We twist it forwards. Now if we want the string to become higher, we twist it backwards, like that. If you want to adjust the pitch just a little bit, what we do is adjust the fine tuners. If you want to raise the pitch, we turn the fine tuner clockwise. If you want to lower the pitch, we turn it counterclockwise. So let's talk about the C major scale. Basically, this is the easiest scale to learn. It has no sharps or flats, and the fingering is very easy. I won't go into talking about positions or anything like that. All you need to know for this scale is first position, which is also called block position. Basically, it means that your hand is back here towards the top, and you don't have to shift, move, or anything like that. For the fingering, for C major, it goes like this. Open C, finger 1, finger 3, finger 4, change strings here, go over to the next string, G, 1, 3, 4, change strings here, open D, 1, 2, 4, change strings here, open A, 1, 2. And we see here that this is the exact same note as this, just 2 octaves higher. Now don't get confused with cello fingerings versus piano fingerings. On the piano, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the cello, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is just thumb. Now that you know how to play the C major scale, you can practice that and keep in mind other aspects of your playing. For example, while you practice your scale, you want to think about relaxation, intonation, how smooth are the string crossings, are my bow changes smooth? And those are more detailed things that I will explain in other videos later. But if you ever progress to the point of wanting to play pieces, you'll want to have a foundation laid beforehand by scale practice. You may have heard Bach's Prelude, Suite 1, unaccompanied cello. It goes like this. If you want to play something like this, having a background of scale practice is so important. This piece is all about sustaining and smoothness and good intonation. If you're ever interested in playing pieces like this, scales are where you start. So I hope this has given you a good basic understanding of the cello, how it works. I know that there was some more detailed stuff in there, but I will go into further explanation of those things in later videos. And if you want to keep up with those later videos, please subscribe. I also have music videos of covers and original material that I have recorded. If you have comments, questions, suggestions, please comment below. I will do my best to answer those. Thanks for watching this video, and I really hope that it helped.